ever had an experience so profound, so otherworldly, that it changed everything you believed about reality? What if I told you only 1% of people on earth have experienced this, and if you're one of them, you might be here for a divine reason? Today we are talking about the rarest spiritual encounters, the kind that shatter your old self and awaken something beyond human. Stick around because by the end of this video, you might realize you're part of an elite spiritual group. The 1% divine experiences asterisk. So what exactly puts you in the 1%? These aren't just weird coincidences, they're full-blown encounters with the divine. Let's break them down. Astral projection, 2:30 to 3:30. B-roll, floating figure, starry sky, out-of-body art. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night, but instead of your body, you're floating above it. You can see your room, your sleeping self, maybe even travel to another dimension. This is astral projection, and less than 1% of people do it consciously. If you've done this, you've touched the unseen world. Kundalini awakening. Next, a surge of energy so powerful, it feels like lightning shooting up your spine. Kundalini awakenings are rare. Some people spend decades in yoga to trigger it. If this happened to you spontaneously, you're part of a sacred evolution. Near-death experience, clinical death, but then you see a bright light, a voice, a life review. Scientists can't explain it, but those who've had NDEs often return with psychic gifts or a mission. If you've died and come back, you're here for a reason. Divine visitations. This one's controversial, but what if I told you some people have seen angels, gods, or ascended masters, not in dreams, in broad daylight? If you've met a divine being face to face, you're in an ancient secret club. So which one was yours? Drop a comment right now. I want to hear your story. Are these experiences real? Now skeptics will say these are just hallucinations, but why do 1% of people report the same details? Let's dive deeper. Scientific studies. Harvard researchers have studied NDEs for decades. Some patients recalled conversations that happened while they were clinically dead. How? And why do monks in deep meditation show brain activity unlike anything science recognizes? Ancient records. Here's the wild part. Every culture describes these experiences. The Egyptians wrote about astral travel. The Hindus mapped Kundalini 5,000 years ago. Coincidence? Or proof we're accessing something beyond? Maybe the 1% aren't lucky. Maybe they're chosen. What this means for you. If you've had one of these experiences, life isn't the same anymore. Here's what it really means. You're waking up to a higher truth. You might have a spiritual mission. Your intuition is now a superpower. The 1% don't just see miracles, they become them. So if this resonates, say it with me in the comments. I'm the 1%. And if you haven't had this yet, don't worry. Your awakening might be closer than you think. Before you go, I have a challenge for you. Tonight, before bed, ask the universe, show me a sign. Then pay attention, because the 1% always do. If this video spoke to you, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. The universe brought you here. Who knows where we'll go next? You are the 1%. Remember that.